Hello and welcome to the last Moto for Badger Kart Club and the go-kart stage as a whole for Season 14. May be confused by the start of this video with the action shot here. You know, that's usually not what happens. Let's take a look. So this first start, again, well, let's go through this first of all. So yellow layout. Remember the layout from the heat races? We are finally back to that layout, the extended layout. I would say like the true layout of this complex here, this go-kart track. But again, mixing it up for the Triple Crown format here, trying something different, a little bit of experimentation. We had potential with this track to do multiple layouts, and we decided to send it on that. Now we're finally back to that original yellow layout where, again, this whole like first, second sector of the track is the same. But this final sector is a bit different. Instead of making the turn here in the hairpin or heading over here to eventually that chicane like you see in the red layout, again, the hairpin for the blue layout, you go over here to the oval turn, around that hairpin, eventually back around this one too, and that's how you link back up to the start of the track. So that is the yellow layout. It is the longest one. It is 18 laps for the Moto. So now you have the context. Let's see what happened. So we're already in the middle of it, lap 1 here. And Opix makes a mistake. Just the muscle memory from the previous Moto. And probably a little bit of excitement from, you know, still holding on to the lead and having a nice gap here at the start of this one. Makes the hairpin turn for the blue layout. Which is not what you're supposed to do here. And Pancake actually also follows suit and also makes the same mistake. And then it just ends up pulling back in last. And Opix just did not pull back. He did not. He just drove away. He just gets the fattest start of all time because we're committed to the restart at this point. So that's what happened there. So we end up doing a full restart. In the future, probably won't end up doing something like this if somebody messes it up. Also, I'm sure there'll be different, you know, for this track, it's an open track, but I'm sure for other tracks with different layouts, we'll have like rocks or some type of barriers, walls, whatever. You know, something like that to prevent this type of situation from happening again. But if it does happen again, probably won't be as lenient on it, but with it being the first time that we're messing around with this, just decided to send the restart on the Moto. So tough break, but also not the worst break for Opix because he probably would have had to taken like some sort of like penalty there. But now he gets to start from the front again, and it works out differently. Like for Pancake, it's probably a good thing too because, you know, he had to rejoin in last. And for drivers that had a good start, probably a little frustrated. Drivers that had a bad start, probably pretty happy with that. It's always how it goes with restarts. It is what it is. But we're going to get this race going again. So let's take a look at what the starting order is. So it's Opix on the front row, then Nuked second, Killer third, Real Deal fourth, Soul Reaper fifth, Pancake sixth, Vulcan seventh, Detail eighth, Luke ninth, Roman 10th, Hunter in 11th. So here we go. Final race, first Triple Crown race of the season. Lights are out. We're green. 18 laps on the final yellow layout, the ultimate layout for Badger Kart Club. Let's close it out on a good note. So you already see, I think that's the first time we've seen that. That was like a 4 wide there for a second. Multiple 2 wides through the cylinder. Oh! I think that was Vulcan just saving it. I think that rumble on the outside saved him. He might have like went on the other side of the track if that rumble wasn't there. As we complete the first lap, it is going to be Opix taking the lead. Newt second, Real Deal third. That is your current podium. Real Deal looking to recover. He's had a pretty rough night, and look at that. A super aggressive pass from Roman on Detail. Runs him all the way off the track on the wide open corner early on in the first sector. I can't believe that happened. I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe some wheel lock up from Roman. That's very rare on that corner that you end up going that wide, and it's going to be a really rough start from Detail. And Roman too. I mean, obviously he didn't want to go that wide either. So, yeah, probably just got locked up with each other. Really unfortunate. It's going to slow them down quite a bit on this start. And Nuke potentially trying to make a move for the lead. Opix trying to hold on. This could work out for Nuked. It should. It does. Nuked takes the lead here in Moto 3. And remember, he did get that late Moto 2 win in Targaryen. Can he make some of that magic happen again here at the Badger Kart Club? To wait and see. There's a lot of laps to go. Remember the longest layout, 18 laps. So lap-wise, looks like the quickest race, but it is not. The layout's got a lot more to it than the other ones. And Real Deal also takes second as well. And Killer trying to hold off Pancake again for fourth. Whoa. Getting loose in the back there as well. And that might be the move, really aggressive move from Pancake. I'm honestly surprised he didn't stick it. I thought it was going to work out, but you can only get so much speed on that cylinder turn there after the banked corner, and it just did not work out. Looked pretty good, but did not work out. So we're looking at the same top three. Real Deal trying to take the lead as early as possible. I think he is feeling the pace, thinks he's got it here, but he's going to have to take that lead quickly because he's going to have some quick drivers on his tail later in the moto, I'm sure. And that's probably how this entire top three is thinking. I guarantee it. They know from the other motos that they might not have the pace, but in this one with those inverted starts, they've got a chance at a win here still with a nice starting advantage. And you got to try to take every little bit of advantage out of it that you can. Get as much time as possible, as early on as possible. Try to get clean air and make it happen. And Pancake potentially an aggressive move around Opix. They're going to make it stick, so he gets around, I think, Killer and Opix in the same lap. And that's opening up a battle as well between them in the oval turn. And I thought if Killer went for the cushion right there, he could have made something happen, but elects not to. Oh, little pile up there in the cylinder. So yeah, that puts Pancake in podium position and in a really good spot for this Moto 3. It's a really good Moto 1 from him, rough Moto 2, but he's definitely got a shot for Moto 3 here. Being so high up early on. But Nuked still holding strong in the lead. Real Deal, I'm sure, wants to try to take that away from him, but nothing for him so far. Oh, Roman potentially trying to make a move on Killer, but I don't think that's going to work out. No, it is not. Potentially trying to run it all the way out to the... Oh, wow. Roman actually gets the outside run. I can't believe that just worked out. That was an amazing move. Oh, wow. It looks like Killer gets... Oh... That's just insult to injury there at the end of that, too. And Hunter goes wide, too. I don't know what's going on. Gonna rejoin. Yeah, I don't know what happened that lap. And it looks like potential battle for the lead. Real Deal was losing, gaining a bit on Nuked, but not able to make it happen. And Pancake has already made that gap up, and this is what I was saying. They got to try to make that pace happen because... they don't seem to have it on this track. Got to try to take advantage as quickly as possible, but it's not working out for him, or try to learn something here. Because it is pretty tough to pass on this track, but right now, pace-wise, it looks like Nuked and Real Deal are definitely off a bit here and in jeopardy of losing this 1-2 position that they're in. And especially with the mistake finally coming out of Nuked there, and that's going to open up the door. Real Deal will take that spot. But fortunately for Nuked, he does hold on a second, but potentially the cushion run for Pancake here, does it work out? He is able to gain some time off it, but not able to make the move. Making the move, or getting the time is one thing, making the move is another there. It can be very difficult. You usually need the combination of the really good run and a mistake from the other driver to make it happen. And I'm sure Real Deal is delighted with Nuked holding on to that second place and is just hoping for him to hold on to that as long as possible. And it's looking like he's doing a good job of that so far. But let's get an update on the rest of the field. Been looking at the top 3 for a bit now. Might have the move here. Oh, well, there you go. There you go. Stayed on for it. It was good timing. Pancake will take that second place spot, so pretty quickly on Nuked there. If Nuked could have held off for another lap or two, could have been really good for Real Deal, but now I think Pancake still got a pretty good shot taking that so early on. So looking at the rest of the field, it's going to be Opix right now in 4th. That's Soul Reaper in 5th. Luke trying to make the move on him there in 6th. Roman 7th. Hunter in 8th and Detail in 9th. And then we got Vulcan 10th and Killer 11th. So that's how it's shaking up right now. Oh, and... okay, so that kind of works out. Real Deal makes a little mistake on the cylinder there, so he loses some time to Pancake, but kind of forces him into like the same barrier, so he ends up kind of gaining that time right back, or some of it at least. So gonna hold off for the lead for now. And I might take a look at a replay here, because something must have happened to Soul Reaper, because he's battling for that top 5, and now he's fallen quite far back. Oh, so makes a little bit of contact on the inside there. Luke's going to go around with the cushion. Roman potentially going to try to make it happen too. Oh, man. Just couldn't get it turned there. I'm not sure what happened. Yeah, I mean, just a rough... if you don't have the correct entry, if you're going too fast into that rumble and you don't have, like, the right angle, that can happen. What just happened to him can absolutely happen to you if you don't have the right angle when you're going into that. So, yeah, tough break there for Soul Reaper, losing so many spots. He was having a pretty good run, still around that top 5, but that lap is definitely going to hurt him a ton. As we are... did I do a lap check? Okay, so we're going to be 6 to go this time by. And interesting, the different line choice. Pancake taking advantage of the cushion. Real Deal, and a lot of drivers seemingly electing not to. Potentially losing some time there. Looks pretty fast to me. Ah, tree. How do I keep doing that? My bad. So now we are, now we are on the 6 to go. 6 laps for Real Deal to hold off Pancake, or for Pancake to take that spot. Oops. Nuked still in a pretty good 3rd place position at the moment. Looks like Luke's gotten around Opix for 4th. Opix still holding on to that top 5. Oh, Detail with a mistake in the cylinder. Tough. He's had a pretty decent first 2 motos, but this 3rd moto has definitely not been his so far. Potentially a rough way to close out the night. Go to 5 to go. And yeah, Roman as well. Really strong Moto 2. Soul Reaper fell towards the back with that mistake there. Vulcan, yeah. A lot of those drivers not having the hottest Moto 3 at the moment. And Pancake all over Real Deal for the lead. And this could be huge. Again, our points are very close with the top 3. And recovering for a Moto win here would be huge. On the flip side, for Real Deal, he's got Roman and Hunter fairly close behind him in points as well. For his points position, I think he's fighting for 4th. So I'm sure he also wants this Moto win to hold on to that. I mean, that's some great stage points there. If he can hold on to those positions, and he's got Roman and Hunter quite a bit behind him in the field in this Moto in particular. But you also got to remember that Real Deal's first couple Motos on this track were not that great. Or this race were not that great. So... it's, you know, don't have the live updates and the points, so he doesn't really know what he needs to do. So, and the same thing goes for Pancake. So both of these drivers are definitely going to duke it out. Last race of this stage, and again, they've both got some close points battles going on. Can definitely see both of them trying to stick with it. And this might be it. A 2-wide battle, Nuked and Luke. But Nuked with the run on the outside, but then Luke gets it back on the rumble. Side by side still. Side by side still. And it looks like that'll probably be it. Yep, Luke's going to take the spot So that'll be third place. And again, same thing for Luke. The top 3 battle was Pancake, Luke, and Detail going into the nights. So all these positions for all 3 of them are very important, especially for the overall for this race. So we go to 2 laps to go, and the outside run. And that's probably it, just clean around the outside. Let's take a look at a replay of that. Pancake with the move for potentially the win here. Look at that. Real Deal turns a little too tight on the rumble. And that opened up the door for Pancake to actually make a move around the outside, something you rarely see in these races. But that is something that you have potential to pull off on this track in that first section. And he makes it happen beautifully there. That's going to give him the lead. And if Real Deal can't fight back soon, because there's going to be a lap left, potentially the win. Time is running out. Let's see if Real Deal can do it. 1 lap to go. White flag here at Badger Kart Club. The yellow layout. Last one of the night. First Triple Crown race that we've done, I think, ever. But especially for the season. Real Deal actually has a pretty good run through there, but it's just not a ton of time left. Pancake again popping the 2-wheel. Real Deal's actually having a decent last lap, but I just think it's too little too late. The damage has already been done, and that seems to be the case. Yep, Pancake's going to come home with the 3rd Moto winner, as the 3rd Moto winner here at Badger Kart Club. Real Deal 2nd, Luke 3rd. 4th will be Nuked, 5th, Hunter, 6th, Detail, 7th, Opix, 8th, Roman. And Vulcan Soul Reaper Killer, 9th, 10th, 11th, I think. I'll double check that. Look at the results here. Overall results, it's going to be Luke taking the overall, Pancake 2nd, Detail 3rd, Hunter 4th, Roman 5th, Real Deal 6th, Vulcan 7th, Nuked 8th, Opix 9th, Soul Reaper 10th, and Killer 11th. Those are your overall results for our first Triple Crown event that we've done and for the season. So hopefully this is something that, you know, we want to try to do this for the end of every stage. We want to try to have the end of every stage be the 3 moto race, something to mix it up, something to add some prestige to like the last race of each stage, something to mix up the season, make it interesting, mess with the format a little bit. I think it's pretty cool. I think the drivers that showed up here had a good time with it. It's too bad we didn't have a full field, because I think that would have been really cool to have that to test this out. But you know, hopefully next time in the TRS stage we could see that, because this format is pretty cool. It did seem like most of the drivers enjoyed it. And not just the format, but also the experimentation with the track too, with the multi-layouts. And I don't know if this will go for every track type. We'll see. But I definitely think we will see some more experimentation with the multi-layouts for the Triple Crown races as well, and switching the layouts throughout the races and for each moto in this event. So I definitely think that's a concept that'll you know, hint, hint, hint. I think it'll continue to TRS. Don't really know you can do much with that with an oval. So yeah. So some of the other stages we'll see in Supercross might be kind of weird too. So we'll try to do it when we can for the different track types. Try to do it if we can. But it might not always be the case. But if we can, if the track layout works, if the track type works, try to do something like that as well to mix it up. It was pretty cool. Definitely experimental end of the stage, but I think it was pretty sweet. So there you go. There's your Badger Kart Club conclusion. Last race of the go-kart stage. Thanks to everyone for that showed up and raced in this one. It was pretty fun stage. And now on to TRS.